On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton is the projected winner in Washington. Como political reporter Robert Mack breaks down what that means.
Well, you may have heard some people say this primary doesn't really count. In some ways, they're right. Hillary Clinton, with nearly 54% of the vote, she's winning the counties in blue, including a big win in King County with nearly 59% of the vote. Does Clinton's win count for anything? The short answer is no. Democrats ignore the primary results completely. So why is this a big headline? Remember what happened back in March. Democrats used caucuses to select their delegates, and it was Bernie Sanders who got 73% and won most of the delegates. So what you have here is a completely different result between the caucus and the primary.
Well, the superdelegates in Washington state are by and large all committed to Hillary Clinton. So this really does strengthen their case to stand their ground and stay with Hillary as the superdelegates, okay? Because they have the votes of Washington state voters saying she's our #1 choice.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. Thanks very much for tuning in. Okay, so I just want to point out the shenanigans that are going on with the Democratic Party in Washington state again. This is some establishment bullshit. You know it is. The news clip I just showed was from 11 a.m. this morning. And I'd like to point out, again, just to be clear, that at 9 p.m. last night, Bernie Sanders had 306,000 whatever votes. And Hillary Clinton has 350-some thousand. That's with 41% of the vote counted. That was at 9 p.m. Now, this next clip, or this next photo, is from 11 p.m. The Cairo News at 11 p.m. said 74% of the vote was now counted. And Bernie Sanders still has the same amount of votes, and so does Hillary Clinton. Okay, so they doubled the amount of votes that's counted, but the amount of votes didn't double, right? You can see the numbers are the same, 306,000. Now, the clip from 11 a.m. this morning, today, shows, you know, you would think that from 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning, they'd be able to get 100% of the vote counted, right? And it shows Bernie Sanders has 306,000 votes. And the vote tally numbers haven't changed from 9 p.m. when the polls closed with 41% of the vote counted, and then the numbers didn't change at 74% of the vote counted. And what I'm pointing out here is that these people say, oh, it's not some kind of fake thing where they say, oh, 41% of the vote counted. What's fake is the numbers. 41% counted, right, at 9 p.m. At 11 p.m., 74% of the vote counted. The numbers are exactly the same. And you would think from 11 p.m. till 11 a.m., 12 hours later, they'd be able to finish that other 26% of the vote. So we'd have 100% of the vote counted now, and the numbers are exactly the same. Okay, and then these jackasses, one after another, come out on the local Washington state news and say, see, this shows that the Washington state superdelegates are right because they all want to vote for Hillary, even though Bernie Sanders gets every single dedicated, bounded delegate from the actual primary that counted, the caucus, the Washington state caucus. But the superdelegates are right. No, you superdelegates are going to cost us the election. You superdelegates are going to get Donald Trump elected. You superdelegates care about nothing but your political careers. You're there to represent the people. And whatever kind of shenanigans is going on with the Democratic Party in Washington state, doing this bullshit through the primary, where the numbers don't change from 41% to 74% to, I guess it should be 100% now, right? That's what I would think. Serious establishment, Democratic Party establishment bullshit. Shenanigans. You're caught. You're busted. Bernie Sanders needs to call shenanigans on this. Bernie Sanders' manager needs to speak out. You people aren't shy. I know this primary process doesn't matter. That's what keeps, oh, that primary. But you know what? The super delegates are right now. They're right to want to vote. Bullshit. You super delegates are all going to lose your freaking jobs. End of story. Anybody who votes for Hillary is out of a job. Patty Murray. What's the other one's name? Whatever. You know. I mean it. It's coming your way like a locomotive, and you can't stop it. So you know. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. Stay cool. One of these days, this war is going to end. Not with Hillary Clinton as president, though. That's for sure.
Compassion stirred the Buddha to send his monks out into the community. Sworn to chastity and poverty, they wandered the roads, bringing the Buddha's teachings into the world. Go forth, monks, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. There are beings whose eyes have little dust on them, who will perish if they do not hear the teaching. But if they hear the teaching, they will gain liberation.
The monks exist by begging. We think of begging as kind of a bad thing. Begging in this tradition is a good thing. It's a sign of spiritual purity.
You're not allowed to beg tomorrow's lunch today. Only today's lunch. Then you can't eat from noon until dawn the next day. Then you have to go out and get another lunch. And then in exchange for lunch, you give a lecture. Unless they say we don't want to hear about it, then you don't. But that's the only thing but that forces you to interact with the lay community.
And if you're not serving them, if you're not doing something useful for them, they won't put anything in your bowl, and that will be the end of your community.